loud. Blake, would you like to ask the first question? You know what? We can go with Scott from Esports. Scott,
thank you. Yep. First off, congratulations, guys, on the victory today. This can be for anyone who wants to take it. Even though this was an elimination match with your backs against the wall, did you feel a little bit more comfortable versus loud due to your familiarity with this team based from previous events?
I think they kind of played similar to what they did previously, but I think this time around they had a different dimension where there was a couple more fakes and their hits were just a lot stronger this time around, and they weren't relying too much on, re-hitting. Their just straight up hits were very good. So I mean, that being familiar with them didn't matter too much. I think we were just like adapting a little bit better this game.
We'll take the next question from Declan from Deserto.
Hi, so this question is for Ye. So you bounced back again after a not so great performance the other day. I was just wondering, did you have to really reset your mental here, or do anything different, or is it just kind of back to work?
I would say, at least with I found this like common for all the events I've attended. Like whenever you go to like a new LAN, you kind of need time to get like into almost like that match mode, and you also need time to also just get used to the general setup on stage. It's a brand new thing, not to mention just getting into the zone. And for me, I don't think my mental was good on the first game. I think I could have played a lot better, and I was I was just having honestly like a really bad day. But I'm glad I was able to show up on the final 2 maps for my team here.
We'll go with Blake from esports.gg next.
Hey guys, congrats on the win. This question is for Marv. At the Champions press conference, or sorry, Reykjavik Champions press conference, you said OPTIC was the most clutch team in the world. After another really tight victory, do you feel like that title still applies?
I think so. Obviously in Iceland we showed that. First game, sadly we couldn't show it, but yeah, I think from now on forward, hopefully we don't have to be clutch and we just shut them down every game. But I think we'll be showing some of those moments again.
We'll go with Ian from Valoranting next.
Hi, this is for Chet and FNS. For the group stage of Copenhagen, who would you say has been the MVP of the team?
It's really hard to it's really hard to specify one specific player just because I feel like everyone's had their part, even Chet. So I mean, honestly, I don't have an answer for you. I really don't know.
I also do not have an answer. I think everyone did their part.
We'll go with Sons of KS next.
Hello, this question is for Jay. Now that they will face Crew, the another team from American continent, how do you feel prepared against them?
I feel like historically we've always played them pretty well, but honestly, it's hard to say. They've been looking pretty good in terms of like their current form. They're having like a lot of players pop off and having like really good rounds. So I'm expecting it to be like a really tough game because I think they've improved like a lot. So we're just going to do the best we can in terms of prep work with the limited time that we have and hope for the best.
Thank you very much for the answers and good luck.
Thank you.
We'll take the next question from Arnab from Desk Gamers. Oh, he lowered his hand. Scott Robertson, we'll go back to you. Oh, no, go ahead, Arnab.
Yeah. So my question is for FNS. There were a few rounds in Fracture specifically where there were 2v3 situations and you guys stick to the B side itself. We have seen for more than 2 rounds, I guess. So what was the call like? Were you guys studied about it that they mostly hit B sides, or was the an instantaneously call?
I think in this rounds you're talking about, even if we had rotated to A in that situation, it wouldn't have mattered. I feel like they still would have had the bomb site, and I think we had a trip as well in A main. So we we gambled. I think we had worse guns than them as well. So we kind of just gambled that they were going to come towards B. No, there was no like set read that they're going to hit B consistently. It was just one of those things where we knew we had the information that they couldn't be at least halfway up A main, and the way the round played out, it just made sense for them to more than likely hit the B bomb site. So we just chose to gamble.
We'll go next to Blake from esports.gg.
All right, this question's for Victor. During challengers and back at Reykjavik, you didn't have to play a ton of Rays. I mean, you played a little bit, but it feels like the meta has kind of moved towards the Rays and the fade. Are you more comfortable in that? How do you feel about playing those compositions moving forward?
As far as comfortability goes, I'm not uncomfortable at all with Rays. She was, I think, I played Rays mainly way before I played Neon a lot. So I'm pretty familiar with it. So it doesn't bother me.
We'll take the next question from Declan from Deserto.
Hi, yeah, this one is for FNS. So in the post-match interview with Yinsu, you said you really only had 1 week of break since the tournament series began. I was just wondering, since burnout is such a big topic in esports right now, how close are you to that kind of mental wall?
We're going to need a break after this event. Let's put it that way. It's definitely tough. It's not burnout in terms of just playing the game all the time. It's that when you're competing against such strong teams so consistently and there's always something on the line, it's always something in terms of the schedule where we have to play basically every single day. And if we're not playing, we have to practice in order to get and stay ahead of the meta. It's not easy to consistently be able to do that. And especially when you're defending champs and you qualify and then you have about a week and a half before you fly out, not even, maybe a week before you fly out, and you have to completely have new game plans for these teams that have already watched you win a championship. Pretty tough for the most part. I mean, it's very difficult to readapt for sure, but it's just the hand we're dealt, and so we just deal with it. And as far as how difficult it is, it's very hard to keep our mentals the same when you don't get an extended break. Essentially, when you get knocked out, you have the reward of being able to go back and kind of study and see what you did wrong. And then when you win, you have no time. So weird.
We'll take the next question from FD News.
Well, it's for anyone who wants to take it. Recently, Sadhack said that they didn't play well and they also have a bit of bad luck. How do you see the overall of the whole match?
They said they didn't play their best.
Yes.
Is that what you said? I don't believe we played our best either, but we're both not in complete form right now, but I think that we are still the better team. I mean, you can say that and it's all good.
All right, we'll close out with these final 3 questions. Arnab from Desk Gamers.
My question is to anyone who want to answer. Is this, as you said, that being a champions, coming back to Copenhagen Masters and running in the lower bracket, and how much it mental pressures you even after the like you guys haven't have rest since last Masters as well. So does it create some performance blockage, do you think?
I don't necessarily think it does that. It's just you can't create new things because you don't have the time to create new things. And so we'll probably sometimes fall back into the stuff we used to do. And if it's anti-shredded, then the other team's at an advantage. That's basically all it is. And, not having the time to re-innovate things is a big disadvantage for us. But besides that, no, there's no real mental challenge other than just that literal issue of not being able to make new things. Basically our coach has to just sit there and stay up 24 hours a day for the next 7 days after we qualify for an event because we have to fly out and go play a tournament.
We'll go to Ian St. Lawrence from Valoranting.
In the last map split, all of you went negative in first kill, first death. Is that surprising to you? Do you think that like points to maybe a strategic or tactical mistake, or is it just like that was a very hard fought map and that's just what happens?
Sorry, what map?
Split.
This one we just played?
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it was hard map. They started defense. We ended up winning the pistol, and then it was kind of back and forth. And we should have won one of the rounds where we kind of weren't able to get the bomb in the A bomb side after we got a clean entry. I feel like if we'd won that round, it would have been the half would have been 7-5, maybe even 8-4 in our favor. But yeah, I mean, things just happened that way. But yeah, I think it was just a hard fought game. That's all.
Scott, you'll be the last question.
Yes, this question is for Coach Chet. When we spoke a few months ago, you told me that to be successful in Valorant, you have to constantly reinvent yourself from qualifier to qualifier and match to match. But with such a quick turnaround between today and the match tomorrow, and how do you do that in such a short time frame?
I think it's not really like comp changes that need to be made. It's more so how you approach the situations when you have these comps. So whenever we like prep later tonight or early tomorrow, we're just gonna try to adjust our strategy on the opponent that we're playing that day and hope like that's enough time to actually win the game.
Thank you. And one last question. Would you guys like to say anything for the fans watching you at home?
Thank you for the consistent support. We appreciate it always, even if you're new fans, old fans, doesn't matter. Just, yeah, thank you.
OPTIC, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. And this will conclude the press conference.